Hello. I love you so much. I am seeing that every day you are getting stronger and stronger. Even in those moments, on those days when you feel like it's getting worse or you have things being kicked up that are just so hard for you, that where there's a lot of emotional pain, where you feel that it's just too much, that it's not ending, that maybe you feel like you're moving backwards, or you felt like you dealt with it already and now here it is again. You are still getting stronger every day. We move in cycles. The healing process isn't just a one and done thing. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there. And so you move in cycles through it. So you'll go through it, you'll have some things come to the surface, some things from your life, painful experiences, stored energy, traumas, mistreatment, experiences from being around wounded people and for having your own energy attacked, okay? You'll have these emotions come up to the surface. This energy rises, it comes into your awareness, and then you process it and release it through self-care, self-love, being gentle with yourself, resting, allowing yourself to feel those things, right? And then you get through it and you come to a new place. It's like you level up, and in that place you're stronger, okay? But the cycle still continues. There's still things to unpack there. So from this new place of strength and perspective and awareness, you now come back down into these things and more stuff comes up. But you're stronger when you do that. You have a new perspective on things when you do that. And then you can see it again. It comes up because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff stored within you that needs to be unpacked from your life, from your gene pool, stuff you took on from your parents, your ancestors, things that they went through that they weren't able to process and release and heal and bring awareness to for whatever reason, okay? So, and I am seeing that there's some stuff that happened to you that you're not fully aware of. And the reason for that is because you're not ready for it. Your team, God, your spirit team, your guardian angels, your benevolent spirit team aligned with God's light, they are protecting you. They are watching over you. And if there is some type of information that they feel that you will be too much for you to handle in that moment, that's just going to have you spiral out and take you to a place that's too difficult for you to work through, they're going to shield you from that. Your body also is going to shield you from that. Your body is conscious. Your body knows what it's doing. And your body is seeking to protect you. I just saw 344 on the timer. Your body is seeking to protect you the same way that your spirit team and your guardians are seeking to protect you. Same way God watches over you to protect you. Okay? So there's certain things that are not in your awareness, and that's why you have to be very mindful about trying to force that information into your awareness by doing like hypnosis or past life regressions or things of that nature. Because if your mind's not ready for it and you really try to force that information out, it could be detrimental to you. Like if it's not time, it's not time. Because there is a divine timing to everything. And again, you are heavily guarded by your angelic team, by your soul family, by your earth spirit team, like spirit animals. You have a spirit totem that has all these different animals on it. And so even so, I'm seeing like, even if you tried to force, like say you tried to go to hypnosis, it might not work for you, or you might not get the results that you're hoping for, even though you might be going to somebody who's really skilled. You know, it's not the person isn't good. It's not the person is giving you false information or not able to do the work. It's that you're being shielded from certain information until you reach a certain level where you can handle that, process it in a way that's not going to sabotage you, that's not going to overload your system, because you've taken on, you've been through so much. You've taken on so much. You really took on a huge challenge. Your soul came here to work out and to bring into balance some of the most difficult situations, some of the hardest energies. And because your light is so aligned, you are such a pure soul. The love that you carry is so pure. It's so aligned with God's light. This place is really can be really difficult for you. The negative energies, the low frequencies, the lower states of consciousness is a huge challenge for you because you are so aligned with the pureness of God's energy, of God's light and love, God's truth, God's compassionate understanding and unconditional love. This high frequency, you hold it. And I know that having gone through so many difficult experiences, having been born into families that have been carrying so much wounded energy, so much trauma for so long, I know that it can feel at times, or maybe even people got in your head to make you believe that you aren't as gifted as you truly are, that your energy isn't as rare, that your frequency isn't as high, that you're not smart, that you're not talented, that you're not worthy, that you're not lovable, that, making you the scapegoat, making you the problem. But it's like, you are the opposite. I'm seeing you are the opposite of everything that these people have made you feel, or that you took on to believe in order to make sense of it all. Sometimes as children, when the people around us are not providing us what we need, or they're not capable, like they're wounded and they're trying to create a cycle unconsciously or consciously, it could be both. As children, sometimes to make sense of this, we're like, oh, well, I must be the problem. I must be bad. I must have done something wrong. Because we don't have that level of consciousness where we can work it out. We really are relying on these people to guide us through it, and they just were not capable of doing that. So you had to go through this stuff, a long period where you didn't have the guidance you need. You had to figure it out on your own. And you are highly intuitive. You were always being guided. You have always had strong intuition. But there was a lot of self-doubt there. And understandably so. I mean, it's not your fault. And so, but I do see you have worked through this. So, oh wow. So I see that as a baby, there were people who did intentionally try to stop you as a child, tried to take your purpose as a child, tried to do magic that had selfish, malicious intentions that weren't in your highest good. But God didn't allow them to do that. Your spirit team, your angels, they did not allow that stuff to actually happen. Okay, people that had negative intentions for you when you were a baby, they were removed from your life. Like, you were highly protected. That stuff backfired on them. But as you got older and you became more conscious, I'm seeing like in your late teens, early 20s, throughout your 20s, there were still people that sent energy, there were spiritual attacks on you to stop you from reaching a certain level of consciousness, to stop you from spreading your divine love, your divine light. That's the duality here. That's the lower consciousness. We're trying to stop you from reaching that higher state of consciousness. And there were things that you were allowed, they allowed you to get for that energy to come to you. Because what it was going to do was it was going to awaken you to some of the things that you needed to heal. It was almost like, because of some mistreatments and traumas, you disconnected as a child to protect yourself, but then you were almost like on autopilot. You know, you were there, but it was just like you were going through the motions of it. There was a disconnect. And so in order to reconnect you and awaken you, you had to go through these things. You were allowed to be like hit, so to speak, with these negative, malicious intentions, with these actions towards you, these attacks on you. But I'm seeing it's been resolved. Excuse me, it's been resolved. You have come into the awareness, you've brought attention to these things, you've done the work, you've brought things into balance. There are still things that you are bringing into balance, and it's unraveling at a particular pace for you. The divine timing is at work for you. And God does have a plan. And you haven't been forgotten about. You are not forsaken. Some of you have been asking for divine guidance, for God to give you guidance, God to give you answers, God to show you the next step. And I'm seeing that you're not receiving it. It's like almost like you're on hold. And you're being asked to tend to yourself and to tend to your body. So it's almost like there's a readiness that's still waiting to happen, but energy still needs to move in order for that to happen. Okay, God did not forget about you. God is not ignoring you. I'm seeing you have received guidance and that you are to continue to practice the stuff that you've been receiving, whether that's self-love, self-care, deep rest, setting boundaries, self-trust, meditation, moving your body. I've been saying this a lot. It's been coming up in a lot of messages because intellectually, you understand things, but then on an emotional level, there's still healing happening. But now there's a physical aspect where you need to move some of that energy. You might feel inspired to start running or start working out, start using weights, start moving your body in certain ways, stretching, toning, things like that. And you're just being guided to follow that, to follow it and to set a routine and to keep your mind in a place of trust. Okay, everything's happening at the right time for you. And you're going to get through this. You're doing so well. And you are getting stronger every day. And you are being watched over by your spirit team and your angels and God. And they love you so much. God loves you so much, and I love you so much. I hope you have a really beautiful day. I'm filming this on a Friday. I think I'll put it out today. And I hope you have a really beautiful weekend. And I will speak with you soon.